Steven, hey, what you doing? What's up? Welcome everybody here on One Crack News. Oh, wait a minute, it's Car's in for Life channel. I'm so tired. I don't know what's going on. But this has got my attention. This dude is trying to replace Jimmy Kimmel and fulfill his lifelong dream of being a late night host on ABC. The producers of ABC's Jimmy Kimmel show, I think Jimmy is stepping down from doing the Tonight Show and going in another direction. So this has gotten people like, whoa, what's going on here? You know, everybody then jumped up, arms out, can't believe what's happening, right? So now you start asking yourself what's really going on. First of all, that's a very high-paying gig. It requires you to be there every night, Monday through Friday. And they have their core audience. The only problem with this scenario is only problem with the entire scenario is simple. I wanted to know is how is he going to balance ESPN late night games when they're doing NBA games, and how is he going to balance doing that, bouncing back and forth to hosting ESPN or the night show. So if he's willing to do that, he's getting ready to pivot. The writing is on the wall. So you're going to do the Tonight Show. Then after the Tonight Show, you're going to bounce up in 4 more hours and go in and do First Take. Then that night, they got an NBA broadcast, playoff time. How you going to pull that off? Oh, I know he knows the producers. He's lobbying for it, but they just might not give it to him. Plus, who the hell says he's successful enough to do it? Just because people know you don't mean they like you. You ain't Wayne Brady. You're Stephen A. Smith. A lot of people don't like you. Well, that's one way to improve an ESPN is to get his ass out the way. But a lot of people don't like him. Now, you can say what you want about Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee is more informed. He has more information. If you listen to Pat McAfee, you can tell he has information. said, no, that's brick. Nah, these people, man, they crazy. A lot of them just nuts. Man, I would never, ever be in a back and forth tug of war battle. Which, no, I wouldn't even be able to stop. Be an instant decision. I want to hold. Hey, I was wondering if Jimmy steps down. Yeah, you could put your boy on late night TV. I was remember I guest host that day and I knocked it out the park. They're gonna be, oh hell no. You imagine him sitting in his tape. Is this a joke? Right. Can you imagine him sitting in his tape? I sent him a tape. That time when I was the guest host. I think I was kind of nervous at first, but I got through it. You could just let me go ahead and be the host. But here's the thing. I would prefer this man oh yeah, I would prefer him to have that job. I see the car and I'm pissed off at the car. Now this dumb bastard wants to move up. What is you doing? Sometimes you just want to beat people. They should allow you to beat up one person a day. Just for stress. I know. That's what I'm saying. He gonna send that tape in. He want that gig. I want him to get it. I want Stephen A to get that job so bad. Because I don't watch the Tonight Show. So I'm like, please get him the Tonight Show gig. Please get him off NBA sports. Get his ass out of there. We don't want to hear no more of my sources. Nobody's talking to this man. Kevin Durant exposed all of it. Kevin Durant's like, nobody's talking to you, dog. You don't know what's happening. There was no sources because nobody's talking to you. When KD busted him out, I laughed so damn hard. KD had to bust him out. He had no sources. He had no sources because no one was talking to him. It's like every year was getting worse and worse. The only person that was dealing with him was Melo. Carmelo Anthony was dealing with him. And Melo and him had an agreement. It's like, whenever you hear about me, you got my number, you got my access, call me first before you go on the air. And I will let you know if it's true or not. He didn't do that. The moment he heard some news, he went on live. And Carmelo Anthony called him and cussed his ass out from overseas. He was on the Dream Team. And he called him and cussed him out. And then he come on TV apologizing on national TV. See, you can go on national TV and apologize to Carmelo because you had that relationship with him. And you knew you didn't want to mess that up. And what did he tell you? He said, you should contact me. He was like, well, you was overseas and I didn't know about the different time zones. And we was about to go live. So I said, well, I'll get it straight with you. Then I'll come back the next day. And then I'll correct it if there was something wrong. But I'm going to report on it now. But yeah, I should have gave him a call. He was like, I don't care what it was. You call me. He said it was off the air in 3 weeks. No, quite frankly, a lot of money. And you got Stephen A. Smith. This guy had Allen Iverson on the show. He had Kobe Bryant on the show after the allegations. So you got Kobe Bryant and Allen Iverson on your show. And you still get canceled? You must not be very good at your job, sir. That's all that tells me, is that you're not very good at your job. Of course he's trying anything. He's going to pivot till he fall out on his face. That's all he knows. That's all. Hey, I want him on the Tonight Show. That means I ain't got to deal with him on ESPN Sports talking and just BSing his way through First Take. I want him out. I want that bum out of the headlines. I don't want him. Go to the Tonight Show. Go do that. And I ain't got to see you no more. Go right on ahead. Please hire him. Please, 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 with sugar on top, hire Stephen A. Smith to do the Tonight Show. Let Pat McAfee run you out your goddamn job. Stephen A. is corny. No, he's just lame. So it's all in the same category. No, you just got to make your decision. What do you want to be a part of? Is that something you want to be a concert to, or you don't? I choose not to be a concert to it. If he wants to do that, then let him. To me, it makes more sense to have him out of the way. I am okay with having that guy out of the way. Oh, damn. I just did something stupid. Which is something I rarely do. It's okay. We gonna correct this right here. Yes, sir. Okay. I'll be sandbagging SOB. Yeah, well, it is what it is. Well, listen, we've seen it many times in this business, right? It don't change. The more it do, the more it stay the same. How many times are we gonna see people come in who are hacks in this business? We've seen it. We know a hack when we see one. I know I've seen hacks, and Stephen A. Smith is nothing but that. He's a hack. So when you got Stephen A. Hack into the equation, this is said result of bringing that hack into the storyline. I have made it a habit of mine not to be that way. But to each his own. As I often say, to each his own. But I am not trying to be a hack. Well, I'm quite happy that Pat McAfee is running his ass out of town. That's what he should do. Well, when you are inept at your job, but you've been able to BS it and hack, you can get away with stuff. But a lot of people didn't like the way Stephen A. was doing his job. So they decide to stop speaking to him. So when your sources and contacts go down because of it, that's the case.
Is it beer or brown, you know?
I think it's brown. Well, I mean, I think it's,
that makes Sky.
yeah, first guy.
Yeah.
All right, Justin.
Oh. Yeah, but if you say something about Isaiah and stuff like that, it's only because he's got contacts with Michael Jordan. That's the only reason he's lobbying. But for him to choose to go after Isaiah, now that's a catch-22 because he has a relationship with Isaiah. Isaiah is his very first NBA player interview. The very first player he's ever interviewed was Isaiah. A lot of y'all didn't know that. Like I said, I know this bum. He was a nobody, a hack. And that man who you chose to do your little rant and go off on, gave you your very first interview. So that makes you look like a bigger clown. No way they hiring Stephen A. Well, you never know. It's a weird world. People do stupid things. I hope he gets hired. So that means I don't have to see him. Hopefully they employ him, give him that job, so I don't have to see him in my walk of life ever again. So the man's a hack and he's gotten away with it. Just milking the system for being a hack at his job. Does not have a journalist degree. Now he went into mass communication. The more change, the more it stays the same.
Hey, Jack, what's up, buddy?
Nope.
Okay, I'll wait out front for you guys. Yeah, like right at the top of the escalators.
It's just a level of disrespect. So that's
Yeah,
why
take your time, no worries.
players came together
No worries, bye.
and didn't speak to him. They decided not to have anything to do with him. So when you make that decision, you automatically know, like, hey, I'm not going this way. I'm not gonna take this route. I'm not gonna, it just is what it is. Gotta have some integrity in what you do. Well, you either do or you don't, and you don't.
You doing it?
All right.
Thank you, boss. You got to enjoy yourself. Thank you.
I think this.
Yeah, here you go, boss.
All right.
It's a line for Joe Kimmel. Is there a line for Joe Kimmel?
Well, society
I'm sorry, sir.
will put you in about 6 to 7 different areas. It's nuts. Hanging in there.
150, we're 150.
Well, my man, we got some good people.
Up to 75, you'll be Noah. 75, you'll be Noah.
Yeah, well,
Route 50, I'm Route.
sounds like a basketball tournament. Yeah, it does.
Up to 100, you'll be Noah.
Yeah,
Up to 100, you'll be Noah.
it was something else, man. I mean, well, I hope they hire him on the Tonight Show. I don't watch the Tonight Show. So getting him off my sports network is the best thing that ever happened. ABC can make that mistake any day of the week. Well, everyone wants to get to a point to where they can control their destiny. So, yes, let him go.
Probably gonna make all the money. You know, people put the show up.
All he wanted to do was talk to coaches,
So it's once.
because the only person that would talk to him would be Larry Brown. Larry Brown would talk to him. Some of the assistant coaches, they would use them to get their message across. But other than that, those guys are out of the game. The people that would talk to him, they're not around. So now what are you going to do? Yeah, they saying Jimmy might step down. So if he steps down, this clown wants to take his place, and I'm saying let him. Is it cash only up here, or?
Might be.
Yeah.
That's how they make the money, I guess.
Yep.
The credit card fees.
Yep. No taxes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, probably, because they probably give it right to the players.
Probably.
It's up to the players to pay taxes on it.
Yep.
Which is whatever, you know.
I do this every day of the off season.
Huh?
So I would do it every day of the off season. I'll be like, I'm gonna make a lot of scratch doing
They
it.
went through sign the bottle, but let's go Tiny Hito. That's what the dopest shirts I've seen in a minute, brother. Had to give it up.
Man, I just had a conversation yesterday with people that's like, are you nuts?
It's 3,600.
Oh yeah. Is that Brady coming here? or something?
Oh, no, he's in Miami.
I was gonna say.
A fucking yacht ride. Hey, bet.
Yeah, it ain't. No, that's in Tom's in Miami. Absolutely. Well, he filled in as a guest host one time. It was a disaster then too. So I don't. You know, at least Jimmy Kimmel is kind of funny. You know, but no one looks at Stephen A. and say, hey, you know, maybe this guy could fill in for Jimmy. Yeah, a lot of people watch Fallon anyway.
One